you see it? Okay. This is the game that we're playing today. I found out about it from a TikTok video that had this, that there's a dating simulator for JoJo, and I had to try it. Joel, what happened? Why are you saying, oh no? I think you hear the game well. I think here. Maybe I'm a bit low for you, so maybe I can change that. But no, I mean, I think I'm okay. Okay, at least that's what I see. So I'll start, and I want to do. We're going to do a route that will lead us uh, to Dio Brando. I had to go to the route. I want to get. I had to honor my maker. So I even had this planned out. I even found out what the route I had to take, or at least I'll try, because I don't know if that's the thing that I have to do. I have no fucking idea. But I think these will be the the things that I have to press in order to get to Dio Brando. The game is like really small. It's free. You can download it from their site or whatever. So I think it will be okay. Okay, I have to read all of this again, like the Love Sam stream that I did before. Okay. As I walk up the slope, I'm trying not to drag my feet. Students wearing the same uniform are walking along the same incline, split into two little groups and talking animatedly, even though it's so early in the morning. Why the hell are they so happy? This school has one of the worst reputations in the whole city. But I guess it takes a special kind of person to come to a school like this. The kind of person who doesn't care that they're going to a school designed especially for delinquents. Okay. Oh, maybe I'm just grumpy. Mornings aren't my thing. Yeah, mornings aren't my thing. That's true. I relate with that. I kick a rock along with me, going as far as to veer on my path when I kick it too far out of the way. All these kids be damned, this rock will be my new friend. That's sad. It's not that I have the intention of not making friends at this new school, but starting a school year in the middle of a semester wasn't going to be easy. Everyone's already got into the little friend groups, have already bonded. Not much room for a new kid, especially one who isn't even a delinquent. I kicked the rock a little too forcefully and it skidded so far ahead of me. I watched in slow motion as it zooms towards the storm drain. Plop. What is it with this face? I just killed my one and only friend. Okay. So this is it, huh? I was expecting busted windows and weeds, maybe a little bit of ominous lightning, but it looks like any other school. Yeah, I mean, because it has delinquents, it has to be like a prison or something. Haven't you ever watched Kakeguri? The kids too, sure, there's more than a few crazy hairstyles, and most have taken very generous liberations with the uniform, but they're not that bad. No, I can get weak, even if I'm lonely, I can't let my guard down. If I do, the next thing I'll know, I'll be in a gang committing petty crimes and arson. Gotta stay on my toes. Constant vigilance. What? Hey there! Hey, it's Josuke! I jump and immediately take on a defensive stance that I've seen in all kung fu movies. The guy laughs and looks me up and down. The music. What there, pal? I ain't looking for trouble. He seems nice enough. I ease my fist down. So I guess I was right to assume that you're the new key, right? Mr. Jonathan told me you'll be coming today. Okay, is it that obvious? Ah, that's not a bad thing. You're just a fresh face, after all. He leans in. And your uniform is pretty, huh? Ordinary? The teen laughs. Well, yeah, almost everyone spices them up. I'll make a mental note to spice up my uniform as soon as I can. Maybe a couple of pins on the navel or something. Would that be thuggish enough? Mr. Jonathan asked me to give you a little tour. Oh yeah, I'm Josuke, by the way. What should I call you? Ah, okay. Okay, I just go with Dina, whatever. I don't want. A girl on TikTok said completed the name like Dios Beach. No, I'm not gonna go there. Okay, I'm just using Dina. How I what save? No, no, not save like that. But I can save whatever. How can I enter? Okay. Well, Dina, let's get going, shall we? Josuke shows me around. Kids are miling around the hallways and filtering into classrooms, paying us little mind. Everything actually looks pretty ordinary. Huh? Nothing. It's just this place might actually be a little nicer than the school I used to go to. Well, you know what they say. Don't judge a book by its asshole alert. What? Asshole alert! No, it's not an asshole. But before I have time to ask, a guy bounds up to us and rams an arm around Josuke's neck like they're the best of buds. But by Josuke's face, I can tell that that's most likely not the case. Oi, Josuke-chan! Josuke sighs through his nose and doesn't bother to hide his annoyance. I told you not to call me that. The guy pinches Josuke's cheek. And I told you to call me senpai, but you don't. This is what people call a stalemate, Josuke-chan. Josuke huffs and shrugs the guy's arm off again. Shouldn't you be in class? Nah. Josuke scoffs. What do you mean nah? Class isn't optional. It is when you have bigger fish to fry. I've been quietly watching the exchange the whole time, but now the guy's eyes fall on me. Speaking of fish, I like to fry. He holds his hand out to me. I'm Joseph Joestar. I introduce myself. I put out my hand to meet his. Wow, his hands are big. I'm Dina, nice to meet you. Oh ho ho, so polite. Instead of shaking my hand, he grabs it and leans his head down. Wait, holy shit, is he going to... He brushes a soft kiss to my knuckles before grinding up at me. The pleasure is all mine. Josuke sighs, obviously used to Joseph's antics. No, I mean, that isn't something that Joseph will do, though. So it is weird, yeah, apparently. Stop harassing the new kid and just tell us what you want. I see it's not harassing. Joseph straightens up and finally finally gets to the heart of the matter. Have you seen Caesar? We will get to see Caesar. The bell rings, signaling the class is starting. The last few struggles in the hallway disappear to different doors, leaving the three of us alone. Joseph doesn't seem I don't know that word. He's probably in class, you know, like he's supposed to be. Like you're supposed to be. Joseph sticks his tongue out at Josuke playfully. Don't act like you don't cut class, Josu-chan. Me and the new kid aren't fooled in the slightest. It's clear look at his face. It's clear that Josuke is about to sputter some response, but the Joseph guy gives a hearty laugh and claps him on the back. I'm sorry, man, I'm only teasing you. You just make it so easy. Okay. Cut Josuke some slack. Make me. What is this, Joseph? What the fuck is this? At that moment, I remember that I'm in a school for delinquents full of kids who have suddenly earned their place on the roster. Am I about to get my ass kicked? What is it with the music though? It's so... Please. I love you, Mom. What? Stop picking on Dina. Not everyone knows how to handle your particular brand of humor, Joseph. Joseph laughs before giving me a friendly pat on the back that nearly knocks me off my feet. Sorry, new kid, I can come on pretty strong. Yeah, no kidding. He gives us a merry wave before heading down the hallway. He yells back to us, "Tell Caesar I'm waiting at the fountain for him." And just like that, the guy has turned the corner and is out of sight. Well, that guy is certainly something. Josuke laughs. Yeah, that's certainly one way to put it. But really, he's not a bad guy. He's just what? Rambunctious. I have no idea. He's that. Yeah, that's a good. And I even said that word. No, I don't know that word. Okay, we change the music. He sucks in a deep breath and lets his cheeks puff out before exhaling. So, anyways, let's get back to that tour. It is so weird that I have to take this route, Josuke route, which is like my not that favorite Joestar. I'm not particularly fond of Josuke, and I have to take his route in order to get the deal. But we'll manage, we'll manage. Josuke is really talkative, giving me people to watch out for, pointers on how to fit in, and other odds and ends of information. Yeah, I know he's nice, but what is up with his hair? I don't know. I don't like him that much. He's quick to laugh and has a certain charm that makes me feel at ease. Okay. Well, that's a humble little school. I guess it's time to get to class now. I don't know. That roof could probably use another looking over, don't you think? Are you serious? Are you suggesting that we cut class? His eyes are gleaming with mischief. I smile back at him. Don't you dare tell Joseph, he'll never let me live it down. It sounded to me like he already knows you're a delinquent who cuts class. That's true, you can't do anything without that guy knowing. It's like the bastard has a sixth sense or something. But anyways, Josuke raises a fist into the air. To the rooftop! The game, also, hi, Berserk, Berserk, my mod. Hi, welcome to the chat and to the stream. The game is a dating simulator for those that joined in now, which is only Tagish, but whatever. The game is a JoJo dating simulator. That's what it is. And this, just before I continue, this whole week and the other weeks to come, I have prepared many dating simulators games, with more star funny or a bit trolling, and some include horror. You might know which one I'm talking about. So I wanted to play these kind of games on stream, something that doesn't require not even having low MS frequencies and stuff to get something competitive. I didn't want to get something to play something that needed a bit more over RAM capacity. I just wanted to go very low and very chill. So that's what I'm doing the next streams that I will be doing. And all these streams that I'm doing now will be uploaded on the YouTube channel. So if anyone wants to see them, and I don't know, I'm just archiving my streams now because the Twitch just holds them for like, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then just shoots them off to the sunrise. So I just wanted to archive them. Whatever. So okay, as soon as we step foot on the roof, Josuke stretches his arms to the sky and tilts his head up towards the sun. Ah, it feels far too good out here to be cooped up in a classroom. Yeah, but whatever. The way he's stretching in the sunlight kind of reminds me of a cat. Okay, I like cats too, but that's a weird thing to put. It's cute. Hey, Dina. He motions for me to follow him further onto the roof. Come on, let's get comfortable. What is this? He lays down on the ground, wasting no time in stretching out. His eyes are closed, and there's a content smile on his face, only furthering my thoughts of him being like a cat. I lay down next to him. Wow, I get the appeal of this. The sun really does feel good. I close my eyes and enjoy the sound of the breeze rustling the trees around the school. When the soft wind reaches us, it smells earthy and fresh. At this rate, I'm going to fall asleep. So, what brought you to the school? I look over at Josuke, my body feeling lazy and heavy from the sun. By the way, his eyelids were drooping. I can tell he's feeling the same way. Why did I come here? My faithful notebook that I killed a man. Is that so? Yep. I threw that bastard down a storm drain and he drowned. Wow, you're a stone cold killer. The irony of that statement kills me. If only he knew. If only he knew what? What are you in for? The same, believe it or not. What a coincidence. Yeah, except it was a bank heist gone wrong. Ah, been there, done that. Definitely not fun. Josuke and I look at each other with serious expressions before breaking into fits of giggles. As we mellow out, I'm struck by how wonderful this scene is. Fat clouds, fat ass clouds, ambling across the blue sky, lungs full of cool air, skin warm with laughter and sunlight, and sharing it all with a pretty boy. Pretty cool boy. I mean, pretty cool. Definitely not pretty. Okay, so Josuke is pretty. Her thoughts in her mind. It's certainly not the first time I've thought it, but this school is pretty chill. The people are a bit eccentric, but they're friendly. I can They're friendly, and she only met Josuke, but all people here are friendly. I can see myself having a good year here. With a sleepy groan, Josuke sits up. He runs his hands through the back of his hair. How does he do that? I don't know, with that kind of hair, seeming to make sure everything's still in place. Oh, okay. We should probably head back before Mr. Jonathan freaks. I nod my head reluctantly. I could stay up here all day, but Josuke is right. Hey, it's Jonathan. Everyone looks at us when we enter the room, as to be expected. The teacher, Mr. Jonathan, stops writing on the board and gives us both a sunny smile. There you are. I was starting to wonder if you two had gotten lost. He looks to me and smiles even brighter. Wow, if he keeps this up, I'm gonna go blind. Wait, can you romance Jonathan and you're a student and they give you the option to romance Jonathan, your teacher? I don't know if that happens, but that's a bit weird. Whatever. You must be Dina. It's great to meet you. And it's nice to meet you too, Mr. Jonathan. What a positive attitude. I appreciate that. Of course he does. Did Josuke give you a good tour? I hope he wasn't too troublesome. We only did a handful of petty crimes, nothing federal, rest assured. Jonathan shakes his head and Josuke laughs before heading towards his seat. His seat. Would you like to introduce yourself to the class, Dina? I very much would like to not do it, but I know it's a rhetorical question. I turn to the class. And I use this. Hi, I'm Dina. I'm excited to be part of your class. Okay, the final statement. I got this. And I look forward to meeting all of you. I bow politely and there's a bit of curious chatter around the room. What a lovely introduction, Dina. Jonathan claps his hands together. We got a few seats available. Choose whichever one you want. And I have to choose the one next, Josuke. I don't hesitate. Josuke is my only lifeline in this school and I'm gonna take every opportunity I'm given to stick by him. As I make my way to the seat, I can see Josuke trying to hide a smile. Is he happy that I chose to sit by him? Class here is pretty much the same too. Maybe with the exception of the teacher, who I'm pretty sure used to be a bodybuilder or a model or both. Even if he's big and pretty, he's still got that teacher charm that makes me zone out and daydream. I wonder what he's gonna be served. Ow! I wonder what's gonna be served for lunch. What the fuck did I say? They're not serving Jonathan for lunch. What the fuck am I saying? Something slides across my desk, pulling me from my near dozing. I look over and Josuke is tapping a pen against his lips innocently, looking all too suspicious with the way he suddenly absorbed with the lessons. Bitch, just 5 minutes ago you were falling asleep. I can see through your ruse, Josuke. I read over it a few times before picking up my pen. Meet me after class if you want an ass kicking. By ass kicking, I mean if you want to hang out. Okay. And I have to press yes. Honestly, I think it's cute that he passed me a note. I don't think my friends and I have done that since elementary school. It makes it seem really sweet, maybe a little intimate too. Or maybe I'm reading into this piece of paper way too much. Probably. I'll make up my mind and jot down an answer. But then I hesitate again. Bring it on, motherfuckers. By that I mean yes. Should I sign it with a heart? That might be too straightforward, but it also might make Josuke really happy. My pen is hovering over the paper, the biggest decision of my note-passing career in front of me. I put a heart. I do it with a quick flourish, refusing to give myself time to back out of my decision. My heart is pattering like crazy as I read over it. I hope it's not too much. I slide it back to Josuke, keeping my eyes focused on Mr. Jonathan all the while. Josuke doesn't pass anything back to me, and after a minute I look covertly, yes, over to him. He's still acting like he's hyper interested in the lesson, but there's an unmistakable blush reddening his cheeks. His quicks? What the fuck are quicks? When class ends, Josuke waits for me by the door. Couldn't he have just done this in the first place and not pass a note? It makes me think that he couldn't wait till after class to ask me. Cute. I hope you're ready for that ass kicking. And by that I mean, I hope that you're thirsty. I'm always thirsty, especially when it's something I don't have to pay for. What? Josuke laughs. I feel that, man. I sit on the white edge of the fountain as Josuke comes to the nearby vending machines. Almost everyone has already left. There's a few stragglers here and there. But other than that, we're alone. I look at the bottom of the fountain where a few coins are scattered about. The water makes them look wavering and fat. Okay. I let my fingers skim the top of the surface. The water is chilly but not unpleasant. Why the hell does the school need a fountain? It seems like a waste of money to me. It's still pretty cool though. Sorry to keep you waiting. He holds out 2 cans, 1 grape and 1 apple. I can choose whatever I want here, and I'm gonna go for the apple. I point at the apple one and he hands it over before sitting down next to me and cracking his open. So what do you think? Think of what? Josuke takes a sip of his juice before gesturing to the schoolyard. Of the school, now that you've gotten a full day in. I answer him honestly. It's not bad. Definitely not what I was expecting. Josuke grins at me. All the new people say that. I guess they think it's gonna be all doom and gloom since the problem kids come here, but it's actually pretty chill. I open my juice and take a sip. It's nice and cold. You don't strike me as a problem kid. He looks a little sheepish. Well, I mean, I wouldn't exactly say I'm a problem kid, but I do have a bit of a temper sometimes. Does he though? Huh, I would have never guessed he had a short fuse. You learn something new every day, I guess. So is that why you're here then? Tosuke shrugs, turning his juice can in his hands absently. Yeah, I was going to Morio. Ah! Okay, I got it now. High school, but I got in a little fight the first day of school. He shrugs again. But this player really isn't that bad. I've met a lot of cool people and stuff. And I mean, he refuses to take his eyes off his drink. I wouldn't have met you. Wait, it's the first day. What the? Okay, what? That's a bit too fast going there, Josuke. Calm down. I wouldn't have met you if I was still going to Morio, so there's that. I'm too shocked to say anything. I look down on my own juice and can feel my face heating up. We sit in silence for a while, taking small sips of our drinks and just enjoying each other's company. Whatever. Josuke hops up from the fountain and nearly stumbles over himself as he takes a few bounds away to distance himself from the fountain. I'm so confused. I look at the fountain, not understanding what has made him freak out so hardcore. And that's when I see it. It's a turtle, what the fuck? Why is this music here? Why is this turtle? Is it a stand user? A turtle is on the edge of the round fountain, ebbing its way around. What is going on? I looked at Josuke and his eyes are glued to the little critter. Critter? Okay. His chest is heaving and his expression is wild. Are you okay? Well, I am. With this. Fuck no, I'm not. Is he looking at me? He walks in a distressed circle, his hands behind his head. The little bastard is looking at me. I set my juice down and stand up, brushing off the seat of my uniform. Okay, what the fuck? Wait. There's no reason to be scared. Josuke backs out a forced laugh. You think I don't know that? I can't help what scares me. It's obvious he's freaked out. I don't hold his curtness against him. It's all good, Josuke. I pick up his abandoned juice can and walk over to him. He takes the can from me and I see that his hands are trembling. Maybe we should wrap it up for the day. What the fuck? Josuke swallows thickly and nods his head, never taking his eyes off the turtle. What is up with the turtle? We walk towards the school gate, Josuke casting nervous looks behind him, like the turtle might be lumbering towards him even now. We say our goodbyes and Josuke is quick to take off down the slope. I stay where I am, watching him leave. Wait, I haven't seen the part 4 and part 5 yet. I have only seen until part 3 of Jojo. And I don't know, is there something going on the part 4 with Josuke and, I don't know, animals or especially turtles? So maybe I don't get what is going on. Can someone explain if someone knows what is going on? I don't know. What was that? Whatever, let's move on. School rushes by and before I know it, I'm sitting in the last class of the day. The science lab looks like the kind I'm used to. The class got divided into groups and set in front of us is a gallon of milk and some vinegar. Who knew it was possible to make plastic out of this stuff? I don't care much for science, so I let my group members conduct the experiment while I just take notes. Everything is going by swimmingly. There's not much left to... Whoa, be careful with that stuff. I turned in the direction of the panic, yelling in time to witness Josuke stumble backwards into a bookshelf. It was like watching the tragedy of an avalanche bury unfortunate skiers alive. Josuke toppled to the ground only to find himself peddled with whatever sciencey books that were above. I hop off my seat, ready to help him out. Everyone else clings to their beakers and microwavable containers. Mrs. Lisa, okay, just lifts her head from whatever teacher thinks she is doing. I can hear Josuke groaning under the pile of books. Josuke, are you okay? Not at all. I pick the books off him one by one, finding his face behind some text dedicated to the research of electrical conductivity in certain beetles. Higasikata, stay after class to clean up that mess. What? Why? It was an accident. You made the mess, didn't you? Accident or not, and while you'll be here, take over cleaning duty. Yes, Sensei. Josuke pouts, and I almost want to laugh. Adorable. I'll stay and help. I look from Mrs. Lisa to Josuke. Wait, really? Yeah, I mean, you want to deal with this by yourself? Takes his hand and nearly jumps back up on his feet. Hell no, your help will be great. Wait, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't remember. Whatever. She calls him by his last name. Josuke's shoulders tense. Language. Okay. He nods and bows his head towards her. Yes, Sensei. Anyway, do whatever as long as that mess gets cleaned up. Lucky for you, it's not like those books were arranged in any sort of order. I look at Josuke with a smile. He smiles back in time to pout again when Miss Lisa tells the whole class to start wrapping up the plastic milk experiment. Okay. The last bell of the day has rung and I'm alone with Josuke to rearrange the bookshelf. I'll be back. Whenever we're alone, it's like that. Man, these bites. If that guy in my group wasn't so reckless with the milk, it wouldn't have almost splashed on me and I wouldn't have bumped into the stupid thing. He kicks at the shelf lightly. I worry for a second it will come down on him again. So it didn't get on you? No, but it almost did. Anyway, thanks again for staying with me. I look up to respond, but we catch each other's eye as soon as we reach for the same book. Oh, our hands almost brush against each other and I realize that's how close we are. Josuke stares at me, full lips slightly parted as if he was going to say something. I feel my throat go dry, panic swelling in my chest. What the hell? And I have to stare back. I can't move. His eyes catch me off guard with how gorgeous they are. I don't even feel like I'm looking at another person. You're pretty. The sound of his voice is too close and it takes me back into reality. His words linger on my consciousness and I feel the heat smoldering in my chest. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? My eyes go wide and now I'm staring at his lips. He seems to be... Oh, look at the face. The face! He seems to be aware and consciously darts his tongue out to lick them nervously. I swallow the lump in my throat. I have to say something or do something. This is already weird, and I'm making it weirder by just staring at those beautiful eyes and kissable lips. Okay, flirt back. What's cookie yourself good looking? Oh god. What the hell did I say? Did I say that? I feel my face light up. I mean, Josuke stifles a laugh and I take the cue. I shake my head with a sheepish smile. Ignore that. I don't know what was I saying. No, it's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. Wait, what? I wasn't scared. Just flustered, embarrassed, flattered, surprised that you're that bold. It was Josuke's turn to feel a bit hot under the collar. What collar? Well, He clears his throat. It's not like you're ugly. Nice. Nice. Well done. I snorted to a fit of laughter and jokingly threatened to throw a book at him. I hope not, but still, thanks. We share a brief exchange of smiles and continue to clean up. My heart is determined to expose me with its loud, insistent beating, but I don't really care. Okay. It's hard to with the butterflies and the warmth swelling inside me. I then hear a sigh of distress and look over toward Josuke. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just getting late and I'm sure my mom is gonna chew me out when I get home. It's the first time Josuke has brought up his family. I'm curious, but should I pry? How upset would she get? I almost regret asking the question as soon as it left my mouth. It's not really my business, is it? But Josuke didn't look upset or seem reluctant to answer. He just shrugs and approached the broom closet. Not enough to knock sense into me, but I won't reach my room without a good nagging, that's for sure. He pulls out the broom and starts sweeping. Her nagging can't be that bad, can it? I put away the last of the books, making sure they're as neat as can be. When satisfied, I start tending to the lap stools. Well, she's my mom. I can handle it. If you say so. I smile to myself, enjoying the comfortable atmosphere between us. I wish moments like these with Josuke will happen a lot more. What about your dad? Will he be upset or worried about you getting home late? There's a shift in the air that makes me look up at him. Josuke is standing still and staring down at the floor in deep thought. Josuke? I don't have a dad. Oh shit. Well, more like I don't know him. Mom doesn't like to talk about him too much either, so. He shrugs and continues to sweep. The most I know is that she met him during her early years in college. I don't know what to say. What can I say? I'm sorry, I didn't know. No, I know. You don't have to feel bad about asking. You really didn't know. I gulp and slowly start erasing the stools again. It's just. He talks as we work, and I make every effort to keep listening to him. It's one of those things that. Well, it's one of those things you get picked on when you're a kid, you know, and people always think it's something they should give you pity for. Sosuke sighs sharply, and I begin to notice the weight on his shoulders. It must really be. I mean, it must really be something he spends a lot of time thinking about. Anyway, I've always felt like meeting him one day. He kinda owes me a lot. I take a few seconds to process what he's telling me. The look on his face makes it obvious he's bothered. I should really say something. I'm sure one day you will. I'll help you if I can. Josuke looks at me and I smile back. It seems the whole business with his father is important to him. It's the least I can do for a friend, offer my help. You. You're such a sap. Sap? What does he mean? He shakes his head and looks back to the floor in an attempt to hide his smile. Thanks though, that means a lot. No problem. Us delinquents gotta look out for each other after all. We both carry on with our jobs, the smiles on our faces don't waver one bit, and I somehow feel closer to Josuke with those few exchanges of words. I don't even notice that when we only have time. What am I reading? I don't even notice when we only have the trash left to deal with. Let's both go take care of this. He grabs the bin. The bin, not pin, bin. He grabs the bin and motions towards the door. I peer into the trash can and see a few crumbled papers. I can see why you need help. Are you sure you can lift that all by yourself? Josuke scoffs and pretends to struggle with lifting the trash. Yeah, man, my weak tiny arms just can't take it. He lets out a fake cry of pain and I laugh. The dumpsters come to view and we head straight for them. So how was your second day here? Well, as good as cold can be. You made it better though. Josuke laughs nervously and squares his shoulders. I'm flattered, but my presence matters. It's true, whatever side I do with you. My knight in a... I gesture vaguely at him. Cotton armor. Okay. I put a hand to my face dramatically and pat my eyelashes at him. I can see the impulse to flex his bicep blast across his face, but Josuke commits to holding the garbage. We share a quick laugh before stepping out to the dumpsters. I take the bin from him with a grin. Allow me, you carried it over here. He gives it up without protest and I dump the contents. With the bin now empty, we turn back towards the main building. But when I take a step, my uniform gets snagged on the dumpster. As I'm falling, I reach to grab for something, anything, to stop myself from hitting the ground. What? I grab a fistful of Josuke's sleeve. He's quick to respond, reaching out to stop me from landing on concrete. Yo! His arm snakes around my waist and he pulls me close. He somehow manages to hold me upright and tight against his chest. My eyes are still wide from the. What happened to the music? What is it? What is going on? I don't know. Is this a traumatic moment or anything? My eyes are still wide from the initial panic, and all I can see is that damn blue again. I swallow the lump in my throat and feel the heat crawl up my neck. There's gonna be smooches. um, thank you. What are you students doing? Oh no. We jump apart. The rosy atmosphere between us is dissipating in an instant. It's here! It's here! Ah! Guys, we did it. Oh shit. It's someone. Principal Dio. He's the principal of the school. What the fuck? Oh shit, it's the principal. He looks us over critically. One of his manicured eyebrows raised. Care to explain why you two are sharing a gentle embrace behind the building after school hours? What's it to you? I fell, and I caught Dina so I wouldn't fall. That's all there is to it, honest. Our story is rushed and defensive, making it seem as fake as a politician's promise. The principal doesn't seem to buy it. His lips are pursed and his eyes are flat. Hmm. Well, whatever you were doing, it better not happen again. Look at that face. Or you two children can share sweet nothings in detention. I can feel heat rising to my cheeks. Josuke is in the same boat as at least. Sorry, Principal Dio. He picks up the trash bin, his head down. Let's go, Dina. I bow my head to Dio and follow Josuke back inside the school. I can feel the principal's eyes boring into my back the whole time. And we're back. We look around the classroom, making sure everything is in order. Well, it's obvious we both are still reeling from the accidental intimacy we shared. I guess I'll go bring the key to the staff room. Yeah, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. You betcha. We both part ways. When Josie gets out of sight, I stop and give myself a moment to process everything. What the hell? What would have happened if the principal hadn't shown up? My heart kicks into high gear at the thought. It's way too easy for me to recall the feeling of Josuke's arms around my waist, the warm broadness of his chest, the smell of cheap cologne and hairspray. So attractive. A smell I wanted to get lost in again. Girl, what the fuck? Okay. Ah, yes. Hairspray. Smells so good. Oh, Caesar! Hi! I mean, you can argue all you want, but it's pretty obviously just lazy writing. Well, you can argue all you want, but it all boils down to the fact that you're too lazy to use your imagination. Or they talked these two kids up so much that they couldn't think of anything satisfying to reveal because it could never be as fantastical as they built it up to be. And that's why they left it up to the viewer, because their imagination can come up with what the individual would find most fantastical, thus making it satisfying to everyone. They've been at it all morning. The three of us usually chat before class, but it's almost always turns to light-hearted arguments like this. Joseph looks to me, obviously annoyed at the back and forth of the discussion. What do you think, Dina? By what do you think he means, please decide who is in the right. Tileo. Oh yeah. Why don't we settle this over a royal with cheese? Joseph grins, widens. Ah, that's such a cop-out. But it's an acceptable answer. You're off the hook this time. Why is Caesar standing like that? Like, imagine someone like talking to you like that. Like, hi. Doesn't change, just being like that. What the fuck? Caesar opened his mouth, obviously about to launch right back into the debate. Josuke walks into the classroom right then, saving me from any more of the debate. Hi. Joseph seems to notice me perk up and waves his head around before turning back to me with a wink. Come on, Caesar. Caesar-chan. Let's give the lovebirds some privacy. Love. My face is flushed when Josuke plops his back down in his seat and turns towards me. What was that about? Where are we? He called us lovebirds. Oh. Seeing him blush only makes me blush harder. Josuke shoots a look over at Joseph, who is watching us from his desk across the room. Josuke flips him the bird, and Joseph catches it before putting it against his heart and batting his eyes. Why does he have that face? What is going on? Mr. Jonathan walks in and the chatter in the classroom dies down. I guess he's so happy that the chatter dies down. He takes attendance, and I can't help but notice that he's in a really good mood. But you think? Well, maybe that's not the best way to put it, since good seems to be his permanent state of mood. He seems excited about something. Mr. Jonathan rushes through the morning announcements before taking a deep breath and beaming at the class. Last but certainly not least to discuss is... He pauses dramatically. The class field trip. The students erupt in excited chatter, and Mr. Jonathan waits a few seconds before speaking up again. This year we'll be going to the beach. More excited chatter. I can't lie, I'm pretty pumped too. Jonathan starts going over the details of the trip, and I turn to Josuke to share my delight. Wait, why does he look so downcast? But keep in mind that if your grades don't look good, his seriousness has subsided into the serious note. Then your chances of participating are going to look good. Oh. Jonathan wraps up the announcements and plunges right into the morning lesson. My good mood at the news of the class trip is showered. I really don't want to go if Josuke has to stay behind. That's how bad are his grades. When the last bell rings, Josuke doesn't jump up from his desk like usual. Instead, he gets up like an inmate going to the electric chair. Hey, Josuke. Yeah? Oh yeah. Why so glum? Josuke sighs heavily from his nose. It's this stupid class trip. What about it? Well, let's just say my grades are nothing to be proud of. Ah, so my hunch was right. So you don't think you get to go? Seems like it. Well, there's only one thing we can do in this situation. We're gonna change your grade before then. Josuke scoffs. No amount of sighing is gonna bump my grade up enough by the end of the month. I mean, I appreciate the offer, don't get me wrong, but my grade has to raise by a whole letter by the end of the month. Damn, he's right. Don't give up hope, Josuke. He'll still pull it off. By his face, I can tell he knows that it's impossible. Josuke drags his hands down his face and groans. The only hope we have is if Mr. Jonathan goes in and changes my grade, which definitely isn't happening. That gives me a little spout of an idea. Maybe it doesn't have to be Mr. Jonathan who changes the grade. Josuke cocks an eyebrow, obviously confused. Maybe we can go in and change the grade. Are you serious? He looks around the empty classroom before leaning in and lowering his voice. We couldn't. That would be insane. Maybe I messed up by suggesting something so extreme. Do you really think we could pull it off? Oh my god, he's down for it. I mean, I think we could. It won't be easy though. Josuke looks around again. Holy shit, I can't believe we're going to do this. Do you have a plan? I don't. I sit down on my desk and Josuke pulls up next to mine. Time to start brainstorming. Something relaxing. At last. I look at the directions scrawled on my palm. This is definitely the place. Josuke said his mom wasn't home and to just knock. Okay, scratch that peaceful thing. It's not peaceful. Josuke said his mom wasn't home and to just knock, but I can feel my heart racing, guilty nonetheless. I'm really antsy about going to a boy's house in the middle of the night with no parental supervision. And the fact that we're about to break into the school doesn't help much either. I gently knock 3 times on the front door. As the seconds tick by, I feel panic swelling in my gut. Oh god, what if I have the wrong house? I break out in a cold sweat as I shuffle on my feet. It's gonna be hard to explain why a teenager dressed in all black is on someone's porch past midnight. The door opens and it feels like my heart is about to straight up quit on me. Dina, you came. Why is he like that? My limbs suddenly feel like jelly as relief washes over me. Of course I did. Dosky grins at me and asks me inside. His house is really nice, even though I can hardly see it in the dark. Be careful, the coffee table's right. Ow! I have no idea why Josky doesn't just flip on a few lights. Maybe it's his way of mentally preparing for the dark deed we're about to commit. I get a good look at Josky's outfit. The look suits him. I just want to see what he has behind. Savage Garden, okay. Queen, Pink Floyd. Okay. Math at the... Oh, okay. Did you get the key? Josky goes up to his desk and picks up something before turning to me with a grin and holding the silver key up. It was almost too easy to nab it. They should probably think of increasing security in the staff room, considering it's a school for delinquents. Did you do your part of the preparations? I propped open one of the side doors to the school before I left. Josky takes in a deep breath before letting out in a slow exhale. We're really gonna do this. Seems like it. He bounces on his heels like he's about to jump off a cliff, and he has to pump himself up for it. I get how he feels. Okay, let's go. Well, we're completely silent as we make the short walk to the school. No cars pass by, but I still feel like we're about to be busted any second. When I glance at Josuke, his eyes are skittering around our surroundings, just as on edge as I am. Last chance to back out, Dina. Oh, wait. What, are you chickening out? Josuke pouts on his lip. It sticks out his chest. I ain't no chicken. To show his bravery, he walks confidently ahead of me and yanks the door open. But that's as far as he goes. We both peer down the dark hallway. Damn, it's creepy. And go in together. I grab his wrist and give it a reassuring squeeze. Together? He swallows and gives a nervous smile. Together. We hesitate for another moment before both stepping forward. Another step and we're inside the school. I let the door go and it swooshes close. It feels like the door of a crypt closing, and now we're sealed in with all the spooky critters that frequent such places. I let go of Josuke even though it's the last thing I want to do. I make my voice deep and dramatic. We're in. Josuke snores quietly. Was that your hacker voice? Maybe. He laughs behind his hand and shakes his head. Save it for when we actually break into a computer. A good and fair point. Okay, so we need to go to Mr. Jonathan's room. Change your grade and leave. Easy peasy. The easiest of peasiest. Mr. Jonathan's room isn't too far from where we're at. We both stick close to the wall, the sounds of our footsteps loud and echoing in the hall despite our best efforts to be quiet. We're almost there when Josuke grabs my arm. Did you hear something? We both stop, taking in the deathly silence of the school. A few 10 seconds pass, and the only thing I hear is our hurried breathing and the sound of my heart pumping hectically in my ears. What do you think you heard? I don't know. I'm probably being paranoid. We start walking again, but slower and more careful. Josuke doesn't let go of my arm, a fact I'm incredibly aware of. We stop in front of Mr. Jonathan's room. This is it. Tosuke gives a shaky nod and fumbles in his pocket for the key. For a moment I'm worried that he doesn't have it, but he pulls it out and smiles nervously at me. He takes in a deep breath. Let's do this. The sound of the key scraping against the keyhole grates against my nerves. Poor Josuke's hands are trembling like crazy, and it takes him nearly a whole minute of floundering with the doorknob before getting it open. We both scramble into the room and shut the door quickly. Once we're in the room, it's like I can actually breathe. Josuke leans against the door and grins at me. So far so good. At least we know that if this doesn't work, we can both drop out and take on a life of burglary. Josuke laughs and slides down the door so that he's sitting. I need a second. My heart's going crazy right now. I sit down next to him. We both let our nerves settle. School really looks different at night. I get what you mean. The moonlight is streaming, like I am, through the windows, casting everything in a blue tint that's kind of serene. The shadows of the desk are long and dark along the glossy floor, stretched as if reaching for us. The absolute silence delights me. It's like we're underwater, just the two of us. I'm glad you came with me. I've never done something so crazy before. Me neither. Wait, really? Yeah, I'm pretty straight-laced in all honesty. Josuke laughs. I guess we bring out each other's wild sides. He's quiet for a few moments. So what brought you to the school? Like, really? I've been kinda dying to know. And I have to... do what? I have to tell the truth. Are you a gambling man, Josuke? He furrows his brow. When the mood strikes, I suppose. Yeah, I'd say the same for myself. But it just so happened that one of my gambling moods ended in a lost bet. Who are we playing? Yumiko from Kakeguri? Yumiko-chan? And the consequence was for me to, streak across campus. Josuke's eyes widen. Streak? You mean like as naked as the day I was born? Yes. But do you imagine Kakeguri Yumiko just being in the situation? As you can imagine, the principal didn't think it was as funny as my friends did. Oh my god. I know. But yeah, that's my origin story. How Dina came to be at Uniku Academy, home of delinquents. Well, it's definitely cooler than my origin story. Punching a guy in the face is a lot more run-of-the-mill than running around naked. Josuke sighs and gets up. I guess we should get this over with. I get up too. We both head to Mr. Jonathan's desk together, where his old dinosaur of a computer sits. Josuke plops down in Mr. Jonathan's chair and shakes the mouse. The old machine whirls before the screen lights up. A picture of a Great Dane greets us, his mouth open in one of those cute doggy smiles and his big pink tongue rolling out. In the center of the screen is an empty bar, asking for the password. Oh. I didn't think this far. Me neither. You both are morons, but whatever. We stare blankly at the screen. The little blinking cursor seems to taunt our predicament. Try password. I lean around Josuke and tap out the word password before hitting enter. Wrong password. Try password 1. I do and it doesn't work either. Well, damn. Damn indeed. We stare at the computer long enough for it to go to sleep. So what now? I guess we admit defeat. Josuke groans sadly. Goodbye, sunny beach trip. I put a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Who needs a beach trip to have fun? Let all those losers run around and get sunburned and sand in their asses. We can have a way better time without them. Josuke is quiet for a few bits of silence. We? Wow, you think I'll go to the break without my best friend? Fat chance. Josuke gets up from the chair and surprises me with a hug. It lasts no more than a few seconds, but damn, if I've ever had a better hug in my life. He pulls back, his face bright and happy. Well, what was that for? Don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. I'm glad it's so dark in the room because I can feel that my face is on fire. I just, I appreciate everything you do for me. You're kinda amazing, you know. I punch his arm because I don't know what to say to that. You're so damn sappy, Tosuke. Tosuke laughs. All of the sap is entirely your fault. He sighs happily and looks to the door. I guess we should get going. I know that we leave the room, closing and locking the door behind us. The atmosphere shifts back into something dangerous as we start down the hallway. We make it quite the ways down when I hear something. Oh, again, the voice, the music just dropped. Did you hear that? I nod, and we both freeze to hear what it is. There's a song playing from another room. My god, there's someone here. As if summoned by my thoughts, a door opens further down the hallway. It feels like my brain is short circuiting, and I'm standing there like a deer in the headlights. Then a quick hide. Run. I take off down the hall. Tosuke gives a weak protest, but I pay no mind. I turn down the hallway, keep on pumping my legs like the devil himself is on my trail. The music is fading, but I still run. Where the hell is the exit? I reach another turning point and hesitate for a split second. Right. I turn right and I immediately rewarded with the sight of the exit door at the end of the hallway. I feel like my heart's gonna explode, but I keep running. Even still, the exit door seems so far out of reach, so far away. God, why does this school have to be so damn big? You. You, baby. I stumbled to a stop. I wasn't fast enough. With my chest heaving, I turn around. And it's Dio! Oh god, it's the principal. I'm so screwed. What on earth are you doing in the school after hours? Wait. Are you lost, baby girl? That's exactly it. Are you lost? What on earth are you doing in the school after hours? I could ask you the same thing, I think. Yeah. Dio smirks. Cheeky little bastard, are you? Hearing one of the highest of the school staff curse makes my stomach lurch, and I know that I'm in a bad situation. Listen, I know it's really bad for me to be here, but I lost a bet. And the consequence was to break into school at night? Yes, exactly. The principal hums quietly to himself and looks me up and down. I don't think he buys it. Look, I'm really sorry. Are you here alone? Again, we're in this situation. The question sends off warning alarms in my head, but there's no way I can throw Josuke into this mess because of my mistake. You know, the music is it's just me. Dio looks at me for a few more moments before he turns and starts down the hallway. His heels clicking smartly on the what? On the line of on something, I don't know. It makes me wonder why I hadn't heard that earlier when he was following me. Very well, come with me. Having no other choice, I hang my head and do as I'm told. We pass Mr. Johnson's room. I don't see Tosuke anywhere. I guess he found a really good hiding place or he managed to escape. I can hear the music again coming from the door we had seen open earlier. As we approach it, I see that it's the principal's office. What is that? Dio leads me inside and shuts the door. He motions to a stiff-looking chair situated directly in front of his desk. Please, have a seat. Reserved to my fate, I sit down and wring my hands in my lap. Dude, what is this? Oh, is that supposed to be us? Maybe. Dio doesn't sit behind his desk, as I thought he would. Instead, he goes to a bookshelf crammed full of thick and old-looking books. There's a record player nearby, perched on a beautiful side table. The vinyl is like pressed ink, shining darkly as it revolves slowly and plays the classical piece. You're the new student, Dina, correct? Yeah. He runs a finger along the spine of one of the books. You've been here for such a short time, yet you're causing so much trouble. He turns then to look at me. It feels like my blood turns to ice. What's up with that stare? Whatever shall I do with you? Detention seems like a good answer. Suspension in a worst case scenario, but something primal in me knows that this Dio guy has darker plans. He leaves the shelf and paces slowly behind my chair. I look down at my hands, my tongue feeling heavy and clumsy in my mouth. I know. What does he know? I jump because his voice is right next to my ear. One of his hands is placed on my shoulder, and I'm repulsed by how cold it feels, like the hand of a corpse. The perfect punishment for a troublesome bunny like you. Where did the bunny come from? I can feel his breath on my neck, as cold as his hand. Something bad is about to happen. Even knowing this, I feel petrified, unable to move. The hand on my shoulder snakes up to where it's cradling my neck in a dry, deadly embrace. Oh my dear, your heart is pounding so fast. Could it be that you're afraid? I give a jerky, nervous nod. As I do, I feel his fingernails dig, dig, dig into my skin. There's an immense pressure from his fingernails that breaks in a burst of heat. I gasp and can feel the warmth slide down my collarbone. It will be fine, my darling. Sleep, sleep. Bad end. Theo gives you the suck. And why is that a bad end? Okay. All right. Wait, that was it? Joseph and Caesar wanted me to get the ice cream with them, but I declined. Even though an icy treat is just what I need after a long day in the sun. What? Where are we? After the trip, I would get in with Josuke to see how he's holding up. I knock on the front door. Less than a minute passes before it opens, and none other than Josuke himself is looking at me with shock. Dina? Hey, pal. He gives me an uncertain smile. What are you doing here? I just wanted to pop by and say hi, see how you're doing and all that. Maybe even do a little sunning, though I might pass out on you. I'm very pooped from the class trip. That's very considerate of you. What can I say? I'm one hell of a friend. Toshki doesn't seem to feel the same way. His normally shining eyes seem flat, and the smile he's giving me is one of the most people reserved for a passing stranger. Don't worry about me. I've done enough studying for a lifetime today. You can go ahead and take your nap without having to bother with me. Well, I mean, we could watch a movie or something too if you don't want to study. Tosuke rubs his neck contemplatively. That, okay, you got it. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm pretty tired too. Ah, yeah, man, I get that. An awkward silence passes. Well, I really appreciate you stopping by, Dina. Yeah, I'll see you at school, man. Yeah. And then the door is closed just like that. I figured that I can probably catch up with Joseph and Caesar, but after my exchange with Josuke, I don't really feel like it. I said towards home, I just know that I screwed up somewhere in my relationship with Josuke. If only I could restart and make things better with him. Stop, Barret, stop being a jackass to Josuke. Okay. What is it with this dating simulator? So fun. So I guess we did it. We got the bad ending that Theo gives you the soak. His that name just, oh my god. You can follow me on Twitter, Dana Brando. It says it right there, right here. You can also follow me on Instagram and all of the other social media that we have on YouTube with the same name. So until next time, goodbye.